Mad soft, thighs is all natural. Bad, looking supernatural. Team red, little rascals. My dream big, that's why she been a handful. Ooh, I've been feeling real nasty. Plastic, she got a booty and it's fantastic. Little bad thing. Hispanic, I'm making them thinking to make a hat trick. She got some bad friends. I might just ask them, what's the address? That's the answer. I think I can make it if you come and get me faster.
Good evening, Fredonia. You're listening to the local lowdown on WCVF 88.9 The Voice and WDVL 89.5 The Inferno. I'm Elena, your co-host and field interview lead.
Hey, I'm Jordan, and I'm your other co-host, the executive producer, and the A&R lead. And Sebastian, we're having a bit of an audio difficulty today, so Sebastian's actually underneath the table right now, being a little audio gremlin down there.
Saving the day here.
Yeah. Maybe we'll clip in a little clip of him saying hi at a different time, so you don't forget what he looks like.
Yeah, so you don't miss him.
Yeah. But tonight's show is brought to you by Fredonia Radio Systems in a group effort to promote and showcase the local music scene right here in Fredonia, but also Western New York at large. Welcome to the Local Lowdown.
And for this week, we are welcoming our guest, Free Music Party. Welcome to the show.
Hello. What up?
What up?
And if you'd first be able to introduce yourselves and the role you play in Free Music Party.
Yeah, my name is Kevin Spears. Mm-hmm. I handle a lot of things on the side of music, but you'll see me drumming a lot at the live shows and providing some vocals and making beats.
My name's Joe. I go by Luno J as well. I do a lot of producing, a lot of instrumentation, a lot of just good vibes.
Hello, I'm Eddie with a Y. I make raps and I make sings.
I'm Alex Live. I am a vocal artist, and I handle the merch and overall dope boy. Oh, wait, can I not say it?
Whoa.
Can I not say
It's
it?
too late. So you have
No,
it's fine.
Okay. And then, I play bass a little bit.
Awesome. And there are a lot of members involved within Free Music Party, but how did you all form initially?
It came, yeah. It's taken a few different forms. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of groups or bands, we had a lot of different names and different variations of it, but we became Free Music Party in about 2018 when we just kind of dialed everything in a little more, and we kind of got a core group of members that decided to start taking music a little more seriously, and now we're 7 strong, and we perform with five folks on stage, and we do a mix of live music and DJing and backing tracks and hip hop and R&B. Yeah, and we've been doing it together for about 5 years now at this level.
Awesome, yeah. I wanted to ask, you guys brought in Kevin Spears a little bit later on, right? Or is that from the beginning?
You're going to have to ask them. I'm right here, man. You know what I'm saying? And I've been here from the start.
Oh, you have?
Gotcha.
Okay. I don't know why I thought that.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I was a bit more low-key for a while, but we did bring Luno J in over here.
Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought there was one.
Yeah.
A little bit down the line.
What was it like coming into it later on and like seeing what they already had?
I mean, it was great to join with an experienced group already. But I went to school with Kevin. I went to college with him, so I've been around. And I just moved to Buffalo a few years ago, but I'd known everyone long before then. So it wasn't really, coming into it.
Yeah, we'd pop down and visit him a bunch.
Yeah, it was more just
for college before he was even in the band.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
We've all been friends for a long time, and we were friends before we really did music
That's
together.
a good thing. Yeah.
So the music kind of came naturally,
Yeah.
but we've just been homies for a long time.
Yeah. It's important to have that first a lot of the time, I think. I think some people that just get together and make a band or a group, sometimes it doesn't work because they don't have that. They don't enjoy being around each other, That's number one, I'd say.
Yeah.
I also kind of wanted to go off of that a little bit. You all, I believe all of you all, have your own solo projects that you also have released throughout. What has that been like balancing both your solo projects and the group, and then how do you feel like you collaborate with all your solo stuff together?
I would say like when it comes to balancing like the solo stuff and the work, it's just like finding like I guess a happy medium. Like if you're not working on something F&P related, then maybe do a little bit of writing for yourself. Sometimes the inspiration just comes to you naturally. So it's like you're sitting there and you hear something and you're like, oh, well, this would be a good verse for this song that Steven and I have been working on. And we put it together and we make it work. And then sometimes you'll hear a beat and you're like, nah, this is mine. Nobody could touch this.
Yeah.
And then
Gotcha.
that's your baby. That's your piece of art. But as far as it's just all about finding balance between the two and listening to your inspiration.
Definitely. Any other thoughts on that from anybody?
Yeah, I think it also comes down to like the situation. I think we find ourselves together sometimes that maybe it works together, and then sometimes it's just kind of like a pair of us will be together and it just works kind of naturally that way. It's very circumstantial, but I think that also speaks to the capturing of the art and the moment.
Yeah, we all have very different sounds individually, so it's nice to have two separate creative outlets, one going to FMP where we kind of combine all those sounds, and one that's just completely different for everyone. You can look at the genre of all four of us in our solo projects, and really not one of them lines up with the other in a good way, in a great way.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a task to bring all that together, but it's part of the journey. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. In terms of when it comes to like the actual writing process, is it kind of more like one person comes in with an idea, or is it a very collaborative kind of thing in that respect?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Like we've had times where people have come in with an idea, like Kevin's come in with a beat, and we all work on it from there. Like Hold Me Down, I think I had the chorus pretty much written to like a completely different like beat, and then we brought it. Kev produced it around it, made it a banger, one of our like fan favorites. It really just it's weird. It's all about listening to the inspiration, because sometimes you're inspired to use this hook. Like I was saying, sometimes you're inspired to use this hook for like the band, or sometimes you're inspired to this is my piece of work.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I think something that we do well is when someone has an idea, trying to get everybody involved to make that come to life and just like do their part. For an individual's idea, it sort of becomes the group's, and everyone works on it collectively to like further it as best they can, or like bring that idea to life, even if it is in someone's solo music or in like a sketch that we do or something. If somebody has an idea, we're all kind of putting our hands in to try to make it come to life, collectively. It's like we're all, it's like communal creating. Someone brings something to the table and we work towards that goal.
Yeah. It feels like you guys have a really good overall vision of where you want it to go. Like, I feel like we can see it on the outside with just like the merch, overall sound, music, videos. It feels like it's all there. But I was curious, just on terms of creating together, is there ever times where you guys butt heads creatively, and how do you guys make decisions in a big group of individuals with different ideas and stuff?
No, not at all. We all think alike at the same time at all times.
It's like a hive mind.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Butting heads sometimes. Sometimes it's like somebody wants it this way and like wants to sound like that. But I think that's where the solo music kind of like has its place.
Gives a space for that.
Yeah, because it's like, getting into the group project, it's like, okay, like we can all agree to see each other's sides.
Yeah.
But, if I were to be involved on something that Kevin's making or Eddie's making or, Luno J, it's like, okay, they have the right to their baby, but I'm a babysitter, so it's like I'll come in and I'll give you my spice, and if you like it or not, you can take it. But like it's a collaborative idea that like gets formed, and little things kind of like get chipped away at it, and you get to feel each person's like, I guess, space in it.
Well, I did want to bring up your full-length album, 777, which is absolutely incredible. It came out in 2022. Yeah, I love listening to that one. I go back to it all the time. It's seriously, it is very great. But what is it like looking back at it now, and also with performing it, which I know you guys do pretty often?
Man, it is cool. It's kind of like a time capsule, in a way. We wrote the majority of the music for that in a very quick, like kind of 2-week span, where we were living together for the first time and like really excited about having our own studio space and just creating in a new environment that we didn't have before. And it was really just like a hang. It was a big hang. Every night we would come up with a new song, and basically the meat and potatoes of what that song would be all put together in just one night. So it was like every night was something new, and we got something really cool and different out of it, and it just became this very cool kind of diverse amalgamation of all of our skills that we've been building for so long. So that period was really fun and really exciting. So every time we listen to it or every time we get to play it now, it's like, you know, we're back in the attic just chilling with the homies and making a new song every night. It was a very cool time. So it's almost like looking at some Polaroids on the wall. So
Yeah.
Fond memories. And,
Yeah.
and the music is great. It's authentic. It was just born out of having fun.
Yeah, I really think there was only like 1 or 2 songs that someone came in like later. Most of it was just like all of us just together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned that it is diverse, and I feel like each song kind of has its own sound, its own story, everything like that.
Definitely.
What was the process of choosing specifically the order of the album and how the audience member would go through and listen to it?
Sequencing was a lot of fun. Just honestly, it felt really natural. I know, Ed, maybe you had something you wanted to add.
I was gonna say, like, when you like listen through 777, I feel like it was one of those things that, like, well, number one, like, we needed like a good intro and good outro, which I think were pretty solid. Not to toot our own horn, but doot, you know. But like as far as like everything else with the project, we like to describe it as like organized chaos. So it's like one of those things to where like no matter what order you listen to it, you could listen to it on shuffle, you could listen to it on from back to front, front to back. It'll give you like, you know, like you'd still be able to hear like the same like I guess product, I guess in a way. Like it's organized chaos. Like it's all over the place. Like I guess not all over the place sonically, but like, you know, we have different genres, different themes of songs and whatnot. But like, it's still like all kind of plays together.
Yeah, I was really interested in it because, like I said, I always go back and I go listen to the album, and I do listen to it in order. So I was in my head, I was like, "There's intention to this somewhere." I knew I wanted to ask.
Yeah, I remember we were just sitting upstairs in the studio, and we were just like, different order. Next order, like try this one, and you know we just kind of finally landed on that, and we were like, okay, this feels really good. It makes sense, you know, it doesn't drag, stuff like that.
I think it's a classic sort of artist way to finish a piece, like whether it's a painting or a script that you're writing, screenwriting. You kind of have all these pieces, and they sort of reveal like a natural story in them. So like as everything kind of finishes. Its individual process, it kind of tells its own story. You got to listen. So all the songs, as you listen more and arrange them differently, would sort of direct you where they want it to go. So I think it's about being open to like what, you know, each piece has to say individually, and then how they fit together. And then a little bit, not to pull the curtain, but you kind of got to like fake it so that it's all feels like you did it completely on purpose from the beginning. I think that's part of the magic is finding those little pieces and like making them fit together and make it all feel intentional and to let that story like really breathe.
I really like that.
Yeah. I'm curious, how early on did you guys have the title 777? Is there any meaning behind it? And when did you land on that?
I feel like the title took us the longest.
Really?
Like,
Oh wow.
Now
Was that at the end or?
Yeah, that was kind of towards the end. We were going back and forth on multiple titles, just kind of like all of them made sense.
But some other ones.
Yeah, can I ask?
Love on the Low was one.
Okay.
Because, Buffalo and all that. I'm trying to remember the other ones. Oh, something about the ears. Keys to the Ears.
Keys to the Ears was another. Yeah. Love on the Low was Love on the Low, L.O. That being
Gotcha.
Buffalo, Low Kids. Yeah. Keys to the Ears was another top contender. 777 had a few meanings.
Okay.
One of the biggest was just like the angel numbers, and like 777 in spirituality kind of represents like finding your path. And that was really like our first endeavor into trying to make a cohesive project. But also Jackpot 777, we felt really lucky. This number kept appearing. And we were like, all right, I think we're doing something right. Like we're headed down a path that feels like we hit the jackpot. Like we got a good group of friends. We're all invested in the same thing, and we're just having fun and trying to make something work. So it really felt like we hit some sort of jackpot. So it just felt right.
Well, there's 7 members, too.
Yeah, 7 members. Yeah, there you go. See, it's all coming together,
It's
right?
all coming.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I wanted to talk about a couple of the members that we didn't talk about. You said there was 2 off stage. One of them's Kay. The other one's Max, right?
Yeah, that's right.
How long have they been involved in it, and what's that relationship like?
Beginning of time.
Since the
They've been
beginning.
here since the
I
beginning.
keep wanting to think people were added in, sewed in later on.
No.
Nope.
Kaylin and our boy Xavier, they kind of like started the whole group and kind of. No, I wouldn't say they kind of put. They put us all together.
That's really interesting.
Like I was introduced to everybody through Kaylin. I didn't like go to high school with anyone or like middle school with anyone. I went to school with like a friend of a friend who was like, "Yo, my boys are making music. Like, you should come make music with them." I'm like, "Yeah, no, sure." And then we did it. We ended up shooting a music video at like my old high school, and then it was like pretty much all she wrote from there. But yeah, not Kaylin and Xavier pretty much put it all together. And Max,
They put the boy band together.
no, they put the boy band together.
They're like, we're gonna need one of those, one of these,
Basically.
and one of those, and it's gonna be perfect.
Yeah. Now look at us, a Target stock image.
Yeah, Max and Kay kind of work in tandem a lot on the stuff that's not as glamorous or flashy.
Behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yeah, they're just making sure stuff is going off, making sure that we're getting gigs and that we're doing what we need to do and that things are running behind the scenes. So it's a very important job that doesn't always get the same sort of public praise or recognition that being on stage does. And they both have their purposes, but it takes a parade to make these things happen, and we are all putting in a lot of time together behind the scenes before we ever get on stage or before we ever hit record or anything. So there's so much that happens behind the curtain, and we definitely owe a lot of that to those guys.
Yeah. I'll recognize them right here. Thanks. Thanks for helping set this up.
Yeah.
Well, I want to talk about some songs you guys released last year. You released 3 songs. Heartbreak Hangover, I think, came first. Then Wherever We Go, which has a nice feature from Turn Up, who's also in Spacebound, another Buffalo rap group.
Shout out them.
Shout out.
Yeah. And then you released Bruce Wayne. So what was the creative energy behind these songs at the time and getting them out individually instead of waiting for a project or something like that?
Well, we had a lock-in that we did. We traveled and we got a place and we just made music all week. That was the goal. And 2 of those songs were actually made there. And then for Bruce Wayne, it was again, one of those things where Kevin came in with the beat, and then we were just in our living room, and it was just Eddie started to hook, and we were like, okay, we got something.
I said how I felt.
And and then literally just kind of all snowballed together, and then probably a week later we had a product to come out. We had a cut. So it's just again one of those things where it's situation kind of dictates what it gets perceived. The lock-in kind of gave us this relaxed vibe that we really enjoyed, and then Kevin wants to come in with a beat, and Bruce Wayne is born.
It's a great song.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Fan favorite around here.
That was I wanted something really big, and it's there's an old Western kind of orchestral sample that I used behind it, and it was, I don't know, we were in the living room and I played the beat. And Eddie was just like, man, I feel like Bruce. I think he just started saying it.
Yeah.
And then we all started saying it, and that's how it came to be. And it was just hype. It was one of those moments where it just felt good. So we were like, all right, let's do it.
I feel like I'd love to be in that house when you guys are collaborating and figuring all this out. Sounds
It's
like a fun time.
Yeah,
no, it's nice.
It's nice when it happens just like naturally like that. And then of course, Luno J here came in on some of the extra production especially on Wherever We Go, just adding like a whole new sound kind of once he joined, just kind of elevating our production in general. And he's contributed a lot to the polishing of the sound, and we're trying to do things at a professional level with really bad gear and not a lot of experience or technical prowess per se, but just still like really trying to hit that level with it. So I think Joe's done a lot for that sound.
This man puts sound in pockets I didn't know existed.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Like, like the little pocket in like the jeans that no one knows what it's actually for.
Yeah,
this
the
man
coin
finds it
pocket.
every
Joe
time.
invented
He
that.
finds a
AirPods
use.
in there.
Yeah, I think
He
for,
finds a use and he fills it.
I think for 2 of those, I came in, took everything, added more stuff to it, mixed it, and mastered it. But I think with all 3 of those, they sound like singles. Like what you were asking about, why they're not on a project or anything. I think that also just goes to how all of our styles are so different. Sometimes we just have urges to just make something in a totally different style, and that's not really conducive to a full cohesive project. So I think the singles are necessary to kind of just take care of some of those urges and and just put them out just for fun.
I could see how those don't really fit into a project because they're all fairly unique.
Yeah,
Very
Yes.
different.
I
like,
think
maybe wouldn't even fit on 777.
I think
Yeah.
specifically Heartbreak Hangover, you don't really put that on 777.
Yeah.
You could probably swing the other 2,
Okay.
but that one, is a little more poppy, a little more out there, a little more not out there if it's more poppy. But
Right.
for us, for sure. So yeah, we just
fun tune.
yeah.
And they kind of, like Joe said, like they just capture that moment. And it's like we had an instinct or like a feeling that we wanted to explore. And then whatever comes out of that, it's just like its own thing. And it just kind of lives in that moment, which I think is cool.
Yeah. Well, I do want to circle back to a different interview that you've done for the local lowdown. You guys did a little lowdown after a Fredonia show, and it was great. And you guys hinted at Wherever We Go as the possibility of a music video, if I'm remembering correctly. So I did want to bring that up now that it's released and fully out there. It's awesome to watch.
It's so sick.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Really enjoyed watching it when it came out.
Yeah. You better go watch it now.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I did, of course, want to bring up what was the idea behind the horse and what was the whole process? Now that you can kind of
Okay.
talk about it more, because it
So-
was
Can't
hinted
wait
in the
to hear
interview.
this.
Okay.
But I want to hear the whole story. Full story.
So it started off like a couple years ago. We were at Rec Room, and I don't know if were we doing a show or was someone open? I don't know why we were there, but we were at Rec Room, and like I was, I had a couple drinks, and
What?
I ran into this videographer, and I remember I followed him on Instagram. I go up to him, I'm like, yo, that guy that makes the videos. He goes, what? It's like, yeah, no, that's me. I was like, yo. Yeah, no, I rock with what you're doing, whatever. Chopped it up. Really cool guy, Aaron. Really cool guy. And then
Shout out, Aaron.
Yeah, no, shout out Aaron. And then I turned around to leave, and then I stopped him. And I was like, hey, I need you to get me on a horse. And then I left. And then years later, like last year, he calls and is like, what if I told you I could get you on a horse? And I'm like, deal. Sold. And that's it. That's it. He said, what if I told you I could get you on a horse?
I thought
said,
he was
"Okay."
joking.
I thought he was
We-
joking.
But I should know. Shout out to Aaron Gotti, man. When he says something, he's like, I'm doing this. Because we, Eddie, Aaron, and I were, I think, just on a call one day, like trying to get sort of a treatment together for the video, just spitballing, getting ideas together. And again, the idea of the horse came up. And we were teasing some other ideas, and Aaron was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get this horse," and I was like, "He's not gonna get the horse. There's no way." I'm like, he's just saying that, you know what I mean? He's just gassing us up, and the dude got the horse, man. He got the
I've
horse.
never ridden a horse a day before in my life.
Eddie
Really?
looked like a natural. You would think this dude
I should have
had
popped a
ridden
willy.
100 horses before. He was killing it, and we were, you know, in the middle of the city of Buffalo with this horse and a whole host of people. Someone in a mascot costume. We had dancers walking down this alley. It was so much fun.
Ask people to hop on the train as you went along.
Man, we could have. I mean, I can't see how anyone
were
could
recording.
refuse
all the
that.
Yeah.
neighbors.
But we were lucky to have a good group, and shout out to Aaron and the whole crew for helping to put that together. It was a lot of fun. So
Yeah.
Yeah, how was filming the rest of it besides the horse part? Like, I know there were a few different scenes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Beginning, you guys were kind of acting some stuff out, I think, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it was a blast. I mean, I remember every idea Aaron came up with that we were going to do, I was like, I don't know, it's going to be tough. But, like, I never doubt him ever again because he made every single idea work perfectly. And it looks so amazing. The end product was incredible.
it was ambitious for sure.
It was.
We had a lot of scenes,
I mean,
a lot of footage.
we wanted, you know, we talk a lot and we wanted to live up to it. And Aaron was the perfect person to do that.
Yeah.
At every location he scouted out beforehand, and we showed up, told us what to do. You know, we rode golf carts around for like 4 hours, which was a ton of fun.
Yeah, I almost
Karaoke. Yeah,
Oh.
It was so scary.
it got real dangerous.
Practice or swing a little bit.
Yeah.
He was like, go fast. I was like, all right. And then somebody decided to brake, and I swear I was
Wow.
I was like this close to like rear-ending, and we would have probably been kicked out, but it was fine.
But we made it work.
I was
We're
good.
good.
Yeah,
I was good.
that's fine.
Always get
Guys,
back.
do
Professional
your
driver
own
out here, you
stunts.
know what I'm saying?
We do our own stunts. Yes. Funny. In one of the shots, you see a golf ball fly at like right at my head, and I hit it, like stop it with my hand.
I gotta look for that now.
Yeah, that. So we had a couple people at the hill, like tossing golf balls towards the cart that I was riding on, which is like picks up the balls, which I almost crashed, by the way. Also, I was terrified because I was like,
truth comes
"Wow,
out.
this thing
You
is
gotta stop
huge!
getting
Like I
golf.
cannot afford
Now I
to
find
repair
out
this."
Eddie almost crashed the horse.
Yep.
Almost kicked somebody.
But we had them, they were throwing the golf balls at me to be like, yeah, make it look real. And somebody took it a little too seriously, and that golf ball was flying at my head. And thankfully, I looked up and
Had a black eye for the
blocked it
rest of
with
the video.
with my hand. But man, I may have gotten knocked out if that thing actually hit
Oh,
me. So at one
God.
point, you could see me block one that was coming very fast at my head. It was made for a very authentic scene. So
You would have had a knot on your head.
yeah, I would have been like a cartoon where my hat would have lifted up from the big
Yes.
bump that hit my head.
Well, I want to talk about a different project you guys spent a lot of time on recently. Cold Wave Music Festival was
Yeah.
on March 2nd at Town Ballroom. A lot of local artists, some out. I don't know, where were some of the other artists from? Was there anybody that wasn't
California,
from Buffalo? Okay.
Pittsburgh, Rochester. Am I missing one?
I think that's it.
That's about it. Yeah, we had a
Yeah.
few out of town acts.
Great.
Wow.
Yeah. And what made you guys want to hold a festival? What was it like doing all the planning?
We never did it
promoting?
before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really.
That's what made us want it.
You
We
go
never
from-
we never did it.
Never ridden a horse, never done a festival.
Never done it. Well, we did both.
Now
of
you
them,
did
so-
both.
Yeah.
I think it started as a brainchild of Kalen Price,
Yeah, for sure.
our
Big
head
project for
manager,
him.
and it sort of just became like a test to see if we could pull it off. It's
Yeah.
hard to put on a local festival. It was indoors. We didn't use a promotion, didn't use promoters.
Yep.
Did everything ourselves in house, and we really just wanted to prove that we could do it, which is so often how we get things done. It's just like, I think that we can do this. We all think that we can do this. We're gonna put our heads together and figure it out. And it was great. The acts were good. Everyone had a good time. It was really fun, but it took definitely a lot of work.
Yeah, I could imagine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Congrats on it, though.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Was there anything you guys were specifically shooting for to get out of it, like besides just that experience and getting to say that, yeah, we did this, but anything else?
I would say just like bringing the community together. You know, it's always tough to get a bunch of people and like a bunch of bands together, and especially locally, you know. So we just really wanted to make sure that like we could pull the city together, and I think that was achieved for sure.
Yeah. Do you have any like one specific or any specific memories from that day?
I took a nap. Well, I tried to in the green room because I was exhausted. But no, I really loved just seeing everybody and like, you know, all our friends coming and like being able to play on the stage, and you know, just there's actually secret town ballroom crow's nest that you can look out from the green room. So you know, I was just constantly like, you know, popping in and out on there, just, you know, seeing everybody do their thing.
So. Yeah, it was a great collection of groups. I remember seeing the lineup, and I thought it was awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's really dope to hear people like really like know our lyrics. Like I don't know, it's just such every single time like being out there and then just like a cappella, just like I just need a whole lot of money and a real man to hold me down. Like, and then hear everybody else just like join in. It's like it's a good feeling. It feels really good. Keep doing that, everybody. Like, listen to our music, learn the lyrics. DM me if you need a lyric sheet. I got you.
Might take you up on that.
Yeah,
Well.
I got you.
They're going to have a chance to do that right here, right now. We're going to transition to the performance. Take it away, guys.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
I don't need you, baby, no more. Yeah, I don't need you, baby, no more. Yeah, I don't need you, baby, no more, no more. I don't need you, baby, no more. Yeah, I don't need you, baby, no more. Yeah, I don't need you, baby, no more, no more. Shawty wanna waste my time. Screw that, we gon' party like it's 1999. Yeah, right, yeah. So shawty wanna waste my time. I'm pretty sure the world gon' end. So is you out or is you in? Girl, I don't need a
Repeat myself on daily consequence. I try psychologists, but that don't make no common sense. I bother it, I'm locking in my time, don't got no patience. Gotta get that, a doctorate, I lock it in. Especially when it's me and you, I'm confident, a lot to end. Thinking about the moments we cannot forget, we wasting time. Maybe if I buy a bigger clock, I get a lot more time with you, but I ain't checked that off the bucket list. I'm feeling hottest, like a lava pit. Flow becoming something more immaculate. I'm rocking with, but you ain't rocking with me. You just counterfeit and wasting all my time. I only got so many to give, and you ain't give me nothing. You a basic. Yeah, damn.
Shawty wanna waste my time. Screw that, we gon' party like it's 1999. Yeah. Shawty wanna waste my time. Pretty sure the world gon' end. So is you out or is you in? Girl, I don't need a shawty that'll waste my time. I wanna see more of you. I know that there's more in you, baby. I don't wanna waste your time. Yeah, pretty sure the world gon' end. Is you out or is you in? Girl, I don't need a. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. All right, 1, 2, 1, 4.
This is our country era.
Moments pass me by all day. Need a break a little, stop by, baby, that's okay. I could let you in and tell all of my past away. Maybe smoke a bit of Mary Jane, is that her name? Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. You could take all the pain. And I know that'll be okay if I smoke a little. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane.
I could probably go 100 miles for you. I could probably go 100 miles for you. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, yeah. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. I just need a whole lot of tree and a whole lot of weed in my brodies. I just need a whole lot of money and a real bad chick and my homies. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane.
Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. You could take all the pain. And I know that'll be okay if I smoke a little. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane. Mary Jane, Mary Jane, Mary Jane.
All right.
What we got next?
Yo, people say
What they
wherever
say.
we go,
Yo.
that's where the party goes, man. You could cut that out. If you
I
want.
wonder what we're gonna play
Please.
next.
Please edit that out.
Let's see. Wherever we go, the party goes. We come alive in the dark. Wherever we go, the party goes. You stole the show from the start. Yeah. Last night had a party with her best friends. Best friends didn't tell her what they thinking. I think that they like me in the evening. With a boyfriend over there creeping. He mad when I have her on the weekend. She thinks I'ma keep her here sleeping. I mean, when I get a little sneaking, that's a cheat code, I'ma have to bring the league in. Last night caught a look from a best friend. Best friend's always over there thinking, where can I stay? Where can we go? Let's stay in my crib for the weekend. I'm still trying to party with her best friend. Her best friend's over there steaming. Hot. Let me get a little peek then. Hear my cell phone and call me when you leaving. Wherever we go, the party goes. We come alive in the dark. Wherever we go, the party goes. You stole the show from the start.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the man of the year. All the hotties know me. I ain't never met this shawty, but that shawty say she know me. How she even know me? She don't even know the Brodies. Talking about the bag, trying to lay up like Jacoby. Yes, it's E-double-D to the Y to the B. Yeah, I only bring the party when I pull up to the scene. While you blowing up my line, while you acting like a fiend. Shawty blowing up my line while she acting like a fiend. Wait, recharge, I might need a break. Wait, back to it, I might need a breath. Back to it, I might need a breath. Hey. Back to it, I might need a breath. Hey, back to it, I might need a breath. Hey, back to it, I might need a breath. Hey.
Wherever we go, the party goes. We come alive in the dark. Hey. Wherever we go, the party goes. You stole the show from the start. Wherever we go, the party goes. We come alive in the dark. Wherever we go, the party goes. You stole the show from the start.
I don't mean to flex where I am. She claims she gotta do, she move like them. Hey.
Thank you. Nice. Shout out Jersey Club beats.
Just the genre.
In general. Shout out SoundCloud. All right.
We got one more?
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Last night you were by my side, and now you messing with that other guy. I saw this coming from 100 miles. Too bad, so sad.
Posting on your Instagram, going viral, even though you don't know him. I can tell you like that you glowing. I can tell you like the disc going. Pictures every day you on my snap. I could ask for better things than that. I wish we could kick it, take some Polaroids, so call me back. Phone is on the do not disturb. I can feel your love with no words. If we couple up, I'm on a bird. Tell you only if I had the courage. If you waving to me, I would serve. Figure everything and what we're worth. I would fall in love with you if only it won't make me hurt.
Last night you were by my side, and now you messing with that other guy. I saw this coming from 100 miles. Too bad, so sad. Yeah, you let me hang. Yeah, you let me hang. Why would you leave me hanging? Yeah, you let me hang. You let me hang.
I wanna go, let's run away from here. Let's run away from here, my darling, darling. I think we should go, let's run away from here. Let's run away from here, my darling, darling. I done lost trace, I done lost place, I've been losing my mind. It's hard to retrace, hard to replace, miss you feeling divine. I done seen more worse days, the photographer's gone blind. I done seen more worse days in the lost. Can I take a picture, perfect image of your presence? Maybe later we could write on, tell our family about our lessons. Maybe later we could do things that we can't tell adolescents. Maybe we could live for now and work on counting all our blessings. Left out, I've been frozen on my feet. Heel toe, what you did while we was laying in the sheets. Shawty say, I'm the one that Shawty wanna meet the streets. You're my love, what you said while I was playing in them jeans. Yeah.
Last night you were by my side, and now you messing with that other guy. I saw this coming from 100 miles. Well, too bad, so sad. Yeah, you let me hang. Yeah, you let me hang. Why would you leave me hanging, baby? Yeah, you let me hanging, baby. You let me hanging, baby. Last night you were by my side. I saw this coming from 100 miles. Too bad, so sad. Yeah, you let me hang. Yeah, you let me hanging, baby. Why would you leave me hanging? Yeah, you let me hanging, baby. You let me hanging, baby.
Very nice.
Thank you. Obrigado.
Thank you guys so much for that set. Appreciate you coming down, doing
You're
it
welcome.
NPR, tiny desk style. Have you guys ever done something like that before, or was that pretty unique to this?
We've done something
Kinda.
like that a
Some
couple
more
times.
acoustic stuff?
Yeah. We did a little series called the Spotlight Series, a local video and like concert series where we kind
Nice.
of remade the living room that we made a lot of music in and like set that up and did sort of a stripped back thing like that. So we've done things like it, but that's probably the most stripped back we've ever done, which was cool. It's fun.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. You guys have performed in and around Buffalo quite a bit. I saw you guys at Beau Fleuve the first time.
Yeah.
That's where I kind of found you guys. Thought you did great there.
Thank you.
I know you guys have also performed at Town Ballroom a couple times, Revolution Gallery, Sugar City, a little bit earlier on. Is there anywhere else outside of Buffalo you guys have performed?
We did. We've performed a bit in Toronto at a few bars up there, as well
Nice.
as Dundas Square.
Okay.
And we hit Pittsburgh too, as well.
We played like a hybrid concert venue bowling alley in Pittsburgh, which was
Ooh.
awesome.
Oh,
It's pretty cool.
interesting.
Really good sound.
I've heard about something like that before. I'm wondering if it's the same one. I don't know the name. A different band came on here and said they played something
It was
like
good. It was a cool spot. It was a pretty big room. We were opening for the homie Anise in Pittsburgh,
that. Cool.
who I produce and MD for, and that was really fun.
Yeah.
And then we played our first show in New York City recently.
Oh, yeah.
How was that?
It was awesome. We turned that place out. It was really, really fun.
Really?
And the bartender was had a heavy hand that night. So by the time our set got around, we were playing all loosey goosey, and it was fun. It was a good time.
Is there any place you guys haven't performed yet that you really want to go to?
Madison Square Garden.
I was
There you go.
just about to
Yeah.
say that. Madison Square Garden. Red Rocks.
Red Rocks would be
Ooh,
fun.
That's
that'd be pretty
a life
wonderful.
goal for sure.
Yeah.
In Buffalo, there's a lot of great spots. We've played a lot of venues, but
Do you have a favorite spot in Buffalo?
probably Town Ballroom at this point.
Yeah.
They are good. Have been good to us. They take good care of us, and they've taken a chance on us on a lot of events.
Yeah.
That's awesome to hear.
And at a big room where it's hard to book hip hop shows or
Right.
Right.
like for a small act like us coming out of the neighborhood, basically, they've done a lot to help put us on another platform. So shout out to Town Ballroom.
Yeah. Well, we've been talking about Buffalo a lot, but you all did play a show in Fredonia, which I mentioned earlier, at Creek House,
Yeah.
alongside Jasmine Comet and Kemi. What was it like performing there for you guys?
I thought it was so cool. Jasmine Comet was fantastic.
Yeah, they're great.
Yeah, that was their first show too.
Yeah, they played real tight. And, just meeting people from Fredonia was really cool. Being kind of enveloped into some of the culture here was cool.
Yeah, I
Anyone
mean, a lot of us have done a lot of smaller shows, a lot of like basement shows, and haven't done that in a while. And it was nice to do one where it was like packed out, and you can kind of just let go a little bit. It's not as high pressure, but still just as important. And it was something special to go back to.
Yeah. It was really fun. I look on that show really fondly.
Yes.
It's pretty full too.
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember we were supposed to do that at a different venue. We had to change it last second. I remember I was texting Kay and he was like, I'm not sure if they're going to want to do that. And then like an hour later, he was like, never mind, they're in.
Yep.
And I was like, yes.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
I'd been saying it would be a lot of fun to do a basement show. And
Love a good
It's the
basement
Go
perfect
back to our
opportunity.
roots a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when you guys were first loading in, that was exactly what you were saying, going back to the roots. That's really cool, especially hearing all of this, what you guys have been saying too. Very grateful for it. And I will say too, it truly was one of my favorite sets last semester. It was
Awesome.
awesome.
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the next question, it is totally definitely in honor of CJ, who
Absolutely.
unfortunately can't ask it for himself because of some audio technical difficulties that we had today. But the question that Sebastian asks every week is, what is your favorite thing on the internet?
Wow.
It can be a tough question.
Just favorite thing.
Favorite thing?
Usually it's been a video.
Yep. Mostly videos.
Okay.
It can be...
All of our feeds are really bad. Just like awful meme content.
Yeah.
Like trash box.
We get into a lot of
The
that.
choices
Yeah.
are so
Yeah.
vast. My brain is like an internet archive, and I just. It's
So
like
you're probably
word-
perfect for
it's
this
a word
once it kicks
association.
in.
Anything that I hear, I have some sort of association with something that I've seen on the internet at one point. So I'll have a good answer for you in just a second.
Yes.
I'm
I have
my
a friend
favorite
like
thing
that.
on the internet.
Ooh, there you go.
Eddie Blanco.
That's self-love.
That's
Yeah.
No, cringe compilation.
good. He stays
I like
on
those.
cringe
I actually met
compilation.
someone from a cringe compilation. It was very.
Oh.
It
Was that a bar in
It
Buffalo?
was a great.
Did he
No,
tell you
no,
to
not
get
a
on
bar in
bars?
Buffalo. It was actually in Pittsburgh. It was
Yeah,
a
it was in
great,
Pittsburgh.
great day. Great day.
At that
Top 10
bowling
days
alley?
of my life.
Yeah, the ball.
Okay.
I take dinner with that guy over $100,000 for sure.
What cringe compilation was he in?
Yeah.
Something was going down in class. I don't even remember. Something happened.
You're gonna have to let us know because we're
Yes.
gonna.
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna
clip
send it
that
to
in
you
there.
guys.
Please. I can't tell you how many times we've been emailed random videos just because they really wanted to make sure it got in.
Or I'll just like find something in the DMs like 3 days later. I'm like, why did they send this? Oh, right.
Yes.
You know what else is fire on the internet? Marble races.
Oh my God.
That gap continues to come down. Red Eye has carved another 3/10 off. Oh, look at how close they are. Just a few lengths as they come through that far hairpin. Now 2-3 lengths between them. Off of the drop. Red Eye in the draft. They both move to the inside. Red Eye shoulders aside. And did the move get completed? No, not this time. But another few tenths have come off of that lead.
Marble
We all have our
races.
own team.
Yeah.
Go crazy.
Yeah,
really
we had a period of
way.
time.
Shout out Team Thunderbolt. Am I Thunderbolt?
When was it?
You're Team Momo.
I'm Team Momo. I have a
Yes,
sweatshirt
that's
for
sweater.
it.
He bought a
Momo was
sweater.
hard.
Yeah,
Momo was
we
crazy.
got really into watching it on like Saturday and Sunday mornings.
They had
Oh,
like
I think I've seen it
Joe,
before.
you know
Maybe
what
once.
our favorite thing is?
Oh yeah,
This-
Dan.
Yo, shout out this man Dan on Epicurious. He does like kitchen gadgets and he just like basically redesigns them to be better and stuff like that.
I
He
think I've
reviews
heard of
he
that.
reviews like kitchen gadgets because
Okay.
that's his thing. He's
But
an inventor.
His main thing is called the left-handed oil test.
Yeah.
And he just douses his left hand in like olive oil and then tries to use the gadget and he's like, yeah, this ain't working.
But like sometimes he just be like, I'm just gonna skip it today.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, you know, do you. But I mean, shout out Dan.
He's fantastic.
Yeah. Any others?
I think easily one of my favorites in recent years has been this weird genre of YouTube videos or like primitive architecture, where it's like some dude in just who knows where, just like building or sometimes two men building
They have to be men.
giant. They are, well, it's always men from the videos I've never seen anything else. Building massive pools and like water slides out of dirt, like in the middle of nowhere.
those are some good videos.
And they'll just use like a really basic tool and just like dig a massive hot tub or pool out of the ground and then like paint it and like make it with clay. And sometimes they make like 3-story tall structures and stuff. And
Yeah, it's kinda
And
crazy
then they
how-
usually fill it with water and then play in it at the end.
Yeah, but I heard that they like actually like
Man
sell
moment.
it. Like
Yeah,
they
no, they
like
make money.
They make
They,
it
like, rent 'em.
The story is that they make it for like rich dudes in some country or somewhere. I don't know. It's probably like in Ohio or something. They try to make it look like it's like in some foreign country. It's a really hard thing to explain, but yeah, that's
It's real niche content.
it's a
here.
fascinating corner of the internet.
Yeah.
At that point, you're just paying for the labor. Like, what's the real difference between someone doing it by hand and like a construction
Because it's fun because
truck?
they speed it up really fast.
they
You
get
just
it
want to
really
see someone work hard.
It's really funny to watch the dirt like flying out of the hole really fast, and they're like it's like actually amazing though, like what these dudes are able
because they're just using
supposedly
sticks.
able to do with these tools. I
They
think
go
that
off.
they use like construction vehicles when the cameras are off to like dig these out. But it's crazy the structures that they're building with like their bare hands. It's really, really cool and really weird, and I love it.
Wow. Well, Sebastian's going to be on very different sides of YouTube while editing.
I like how there was so many different things, but everybody seemed to know what the other one was talking
Yeah.
about.
Oh, yeah.
These were very
Yeah.
collective answers.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like one of you was on one side. Everybody knew. I could tell you guys are sharing these around.
We know each other's algorithms.
Watching
Yeah.
marble
Sure.
races
I could-
together once a
many
week.
Yeah, I could tell you exactly what I would put on for like each one of them.
That's great.
All right. Well, I wanted to ask, are there any more releases, merch, music videos, shows, anything that you want the audience to hear about?
We're dropping a music video for Bruce Wayne in a month.
Awesome.
If you guys want to see us, you know, with some superpowers,
Ooh,
maybe flying around,
let's go.
maybe not.
Just a
you know,
letdown. If not, at this point.
We might be fighting. We might not be.
All right.
Might be driving a Mark IV Supra, might not be.
We also may or may not be a cartoon. So you guys will see.
Stay
Like that.
tuned.
Did you crash any vehicles in the making?
Yeah.
No,
Okay.
None. No.
not
Physically.
real ones.
Ooh.
Okay.
Not that I know of.
All right. I guess we'll find out in a month.
Cool.
We will too.
All right. Well, that concludes this episode of the Local Lowdown. Thank you guys so much for joining. We really appreciate it. It was great
Thank you so
talking
much
to you.
for having us.
Yeah, good
Yeah.
to be
Thank
back.
you.
Yes, even in our own technical difficulty realm.
Whatever's going
I like
on.
it.
Yeah.
It like adds like a little aesthetic to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's great.
I can't lie. I've been staring at this a little bit. I'm not used to it being so empty.
And thank you for tuning in to the Local Lowdown on 88.9 WCVF, The Voice, and 89.5 WDBL, The Inferno. We'll be back next week with some more festive local music right here. Same time.
Same place.
Bye.
I'm from the land of the jungle, mumble my name and I pull up like Bloody Mary, give Mother Mary her praise. I'm feeling like Mr. Berry, my counter for bigger pay, and my grandma like Tyler Perry, the hammer stay tucked away. My father moved like he POTUS, that's 4 more years than he faded. My mama, she Wonder Woman, she not so true from a phrase. Told me if niggas tripping, then knuckle up, you no slave. Don't ever go take a whooping from who doubt your name. I'm fumbly rumbling hoes, y'all fumbly rumble your game. Y'all never humble my flow, y'all never humble my flame. I'm shooting off like a rocket, y'all rappers don't shoot a thing. Flow be on Betty Crocker, I'm cooking with finer things. It's that flow they